Hey, we are live. Are you ready for this experience?
No, I'm not.
I don't know what's in this box yet because we haven't opened it. So
This lighting is terrible.
it's very bright. Do you think we should move it?
No, I feel like it's just a computer camera.
Well, yeah, it's a webcam too, so
it's
not the
good.
best.
It's not.
Hey, we got 2 thumbs up already.
Wait, who's in here?
I don't know. We got people. Hi guys. Who's your pop here?
Wait. Oh, okay.
Papa,
I was like, who
Missouri.
is it? I don't know who's in here.
Papa, Missouri. So I think Adam's live just ended, which is good because he had 200 people over there. So I was like, oh, we really want to do a live. I don't like the way this hat looks backwards. I really wanted to do a live, and I was like, oh man, my eyes look really blue right now. Look at that.
And your eye looks really red.
Well, that one hurts from all the dust. Hey, Danny, what's up?
Danny.
So we got a treats box, and
The first one was Mexico.
the first one was not that it was like bad, like oh god, everything was really weird. It was boring. Like I have the video. It was supposed to go up this week on Friday. I didn't do it. I'm gonna re-edit it. I'm gonna cut it down really far. I keep shaking the table.
It wasn't.
But it wasn't
Takis.
There was like Takis. Hey, Linda. There was like Takis, a bag of regular Takis. Why do my eyes look so blue? Oh my god.
It's your shirt.
I keep looking at myself.
It's your shirt.
It had like regular Takis. Not even, look at that. Special Takis.
Oh my god.
My ADHD is gonna kill me tonight. Yeah, so it had like regular Takis, not even anything like special, like no weird Takis that you couldn't get here. It had like the blandest tea cookies. Like it was like,
oh, they were nasty.
like those old butter bins of cookies, the butter bin cookies, and they were like they were just plain, right? It had a chocolate covered marshmallow.
Someone went Karen.
What?
He went a Karen on them.
Oh, I did. But well, it had a chocolate covered marshmallow. It had a chocolate bar. That's how I feel. I'm too sexy for this hat. Too sexy for this hat.
Put it back on.
Too
You haven't
busy
shaved your
disco
head.
dancing. Okay. So
You're gonna get so distracted. This is gonna be like a 2-hour video.
Well, it's a late night on a Saturday. We didn't get to do breakfast with Hoosier this week because we were busy with everything going on. Los Angeles, hey, how you doing? Wait, we're supposed to do this. I forgot he did that. What's going on? LA. If I can move anywhere, it'd be California.
No, it wouldn't. Isn't it crazy expensive to live there?
It is crazy expensive, but yeah. Ooh, my God, this is late at night. Yeah, it is late at night. It is late at night. It's earlier for you, though. It's only 10 o'clock for you, ain't it?
Yeah, it's like 11.
Well, last Saturday we did breakfast with Hoosier when we ate the Quisp, and this week we're doing midnight snack with Hoosier. So it works, man. It's a food theme on Saturday. You need to move to Missouri. I don't even know where Missouri is. Honestly, I don't even know. I don't know if it's to the left of me. Is it north? South?
I feel like it is overrated in California. A lot of people want to live there.
Well, I was always a writer. I wanted to be a writer, director. I wanted to go into acting. I wanted to do that whole thing. So, like, I was a reporter. So I always wanted to get out there.
Oh, my God. You don't have to go 4,000 years back to tell them everything.
Now it's like when my mom told me they don't put fat people on TV. True story. That's what killed my, I was going to be on Saturday Night Live dreams. Middle of the country, dude. Yeah, see, I don't know, man. Like, I didn't even know where the hell Indiana was when she messaged me. I was like, yeah, I'll be right there in like an hour. And no, it's 8 hours away.
It was 8.5.
8.5. So anyway, yeah.
That's because you were on the far side of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it was. Well, because I was a New York and Jersey kid. So, when we moved to Pennsylvania, we stayed right by the border.
At work, when people say that trucks are going from New York to like Ohio or Indiana, I'm like, that's a long drive.
Sir, it is 11:06 p.m. here. We are considered EST still. We didn't cross that weird boundary line where we hit Central, like some folks in the room I won't talk about, who messes me up every time. They're like, yeah, I'll be on at 8 o'clock tonight. I'm like, okay. And I miss it. Or I'm early. I don't even know. Is he behind? Is he in front? Charles? I don't know. Dude, see, I'm bad.
I don't know.
So, yeah. So, anyway, the Mexico treat box, it was just bland and it was boring. And, like, I see everybody open these, and it's like there's all like these weird stuff in there, and I wanted to try something. If I wanted to get a box that I can go down to Walmart and like the local, like literally Walmart, and go down like the international aisle, how they have all the different food sections, I could have pulled all of this from out of a Walmart, and it was crap. So I messaged them, and I did go a little Karen on them. And I'm like, hey, we got the treat box. It says that it's gonna be like all these like exotic places and everything, and I got Mexico, and I can literally get everything at Walmart. You gave me regular Takis, so. They were like, not a problem. We understand. We're going to send you another box.
I feel like they gave us the nastiest box they could this time. Because he had to be a Karen.
Because I complained. What'd they give us?
I don't know. Whoop, whoop. Oh, no. We're not going to look. We're not going to look. We're not going to look. Taiwan.
Well, that's different. Welcome to Taiwan. So we went from Mexico to Taiwan. Look, there's a Taiwanese flag. They give you like a postcard. I know. The camera on this computer is not going to be the best. So bear with us. So there is definitely.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick a random thing.
Yeah, wait. Let's read this. So it says the Munch treats come to you from Taiwan, a small country located off the eastern shore of China. Its largest city and capital. Anybody know? Anybody?
Nobody knows that.
Taipei is a bustling city famous for its night markets and beautiful Chinese temples. Its most famous skyscraper, the Taipei 101, shown on the front of this card, is one of the tallest buildings in the world. So in this treat box, you're going to find all kinds of things from sweet and savory snacks, ranging from fun treats like fruit-flavored candies, savory treats like baked rice crackers, and as well as traditional treats. One of these items, the Bin Bin rice cracker, is a very popular type of snack in Asia. Among some traditional snacks, you'll find the Haw Flake. The Haw Flake, which has antioxidant properties, and sashima, a flour cake with a satisfyingly chewy texture and light sweet taste. So this is definitely a far-fetched from the Mexico box that we got.
Okay, guys, I'm going to warn everyone right now.
Hey, Randy.
I do gag at nasty, disgusting smells, taste, anything. So if you get grossed out by that, just don't watch.
So I got the little card here. So you're going to pull something random?
Yeah, I pulled this.
Let's try it, and then we'll read what it is. Let's show it to him. Show it to him. It's like some kind of like...
Looks like a cookie cracker.
It's got some writing. It's got a cool package. It's got some writing on it. I have been to Canada. That is about...
It smells like cheddar.
Oh, it does smell like cheese. I've been to Canada, and I've been to Bermuda on a cruise. Okay, so good. You try the first one. Take a bite.
It smells like
a cheese. It's probably a Cheez-It.
No, it smells like moldy cheese.
I am geographically challenged and time challenged and name challenged.
It smells like moldy cheese.
It smells like foot. Just eat it. Oh, look, we're getting a pop-up ad.
I licked it.
She licked it, folks. Oh, it's very crispy. Let's see. There's a garbage can down there.
That tastes like dirty socks. It tastes like dirty socks. What are you doing eating it?
So it has a consistency of styrofoam in the center. I don't know if this camera will pick it up, but no, it's got like a very styrofoam consistency. It's got like
it tastes like dirty socks,
like a salty cheese on the outside.
Ugh! Why are you still eating it?
It's not that bad,
baby. It tastes like dirty socks.
I like feet.
I know you like feet. Only pretty feet, though. And clean feet.
Look, I worked in a shoe store for like 25 years as a kid. Don't question anything you hear. I like it. So what the hell is it?
He's gross. I don't know.
It's not even listed here.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. But there's like 6,000 packages of it, so since you like it...
What the hell?
Since you like it so much.
We can hand these out at the wedding.
Oh my god, nobody wants to try that.
That's so weird. What did they do?
Is this a Rice Krispie? I'm going to be really disappointed because I know this is not a Rice Krispie treat.
Oh, you're not going to like that one at all, but you have to at least try it. Is that the rice cracker by Hello BB?
I don't know.
I don't know what's... Oh, you're not going to like that one. I don't know, like, what these are, because the pictures don't look like the card.
Danny, Rob loves feet, but they have to be clean.
I worked in a shoe store from the time I was 5 to 22. I've seen some of the worst feet in the Jersey, New York area.
Smells like a Rice Krispie treat.
Yeah, but I bet it don't taste like one.
Oh, no way it tastes
it's
like
like
one.
a puffed Rice Krispie treat. It looks soft.
It stuck to my teeth.
Okay, wait, there it is. Okay, so
it stuck to my teeth.
This is like a puffy rice cake, Rice Krispie treat cake. It's soft and chewy. I don't know if you can see, but you can like compress it. It's flaky. It's sticky.
Ugh.
Bro, packing peanuts. Charles got it right. You can protect Funkos with these. They're weird. It's weird. They're like individually. It's not bad though.
Okay, it's because he has old man taste buds. He starts to lose his taste buds the older you get. Okay, that's why it's not gross to you.
No, it's very bland.
What the? No! No!
You gotta try a piece.
No,
that's the deal. You gotta try a piece.
Baby, I am not eating this.
Just put it on your tongue.
No, I'm not.
You have to put it on your tongue.
No way in HE double hockey sticks am I eating this.
So this is, oh God, prepared squid by Roland are pieces of dried and preserved squid, a delicacy of a snack in Asia, and not a snack you'll see every day, nor is it for everyone. But the brave, we encourage you to dig in. You might like it. You got it sticking on your tongue. Let's open this. Come on. You agreed.
No one wants to see me throw up on camera.
Good things to learn before the wedding.
The smell is awful.
Well, it's dried squid. Which I love.
Take a big whiff.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh. It smells like a fishing boat.
Smells like...
I like calamari.
I won't say it. I won't say it.
I like calamari, so I'm not going to like this. I feel like... Just don't puke in the box, because there's still stuff in the box.
Gosh, I don't want to try this.
Come on, you're not going to get to do this anytime. Oh my gosh. Here, I'll get one too.
I'm going to have a panic attack. This looks so gross.
There's a lot of this in here. Oh, this is just like they shredded it. This used to be a squid, like just traveling through the waters. Yeah, don't it? Well, it's hard.
It literally says squid on
this one, it says prepared squid.
Like,
and it's got
everything else is like...
Look at the squid. Look at his eyes. He's like reading it, and he looks like shit. What's that say? Okay. Go for it. It definitely smells like ocean.
It smells so gross.
This
is going to make me never want to eat fish again.
I'm going to end up puking on my horror collection. That's what's going to happen. We should have done this in a different room. Go for it.
You do it.
It's stringy. And it's hard to break. Oh, that's good for me. Nope. Just put it in your mouth. Just try to bite it. You're not going to be able to bite through it, and then we can call that one a try.
It's like an episode of Fear Factor.
No.
I would fail at that. Fail.
It'll make you appreciate the packing peanuts a lot more. Oh, I can taste the ocean in my throat. We can't. Don't throw it at me. This room's gonna. You know who's gonna love this? The cat. This is when we find out she's allergic to squid on that video. Well, no, I'm trying to get the piece out of the box. You hit me so much.
That was so gross.
Just to find out before the wedding.
Oh, guys.
Dave says laughing so hard my eyes are watering.
Hello, BB.
What? Hello, baby?
Hello, BB.
Hello, BB. No, I don't want to read it. They're right. Don't read it first.
Here's your one.
Here's you one. Well, you chew that one first.
The pop's cheaper tomorrow if you puke on them.
Definitely. Yeah. That's the second run of mystery boxes. But don't smell bad. There's no smell to this one.
Literally the weirdest person to watch trying to eat these nasty things.
Yeah, the cats are gonna get a ball out of this prepared squid. Henry.
What is that? Why does it taste like styrofoam?
That's a rice cake. And it's sweetened. There's little bits of like sugar on top. It's a sweetened rice cake.
Papa Missouri, you should.
Mm-hmm. Nope. This
Just
is on...
don't get Mexico.
Wait, Hello BB is on here, right?
Hello BB is one of their treats, isn't it? Are these like sour candies?
Oh God.
They have a bunch of these in there, guys. I don't know if they're like sour candies, but they're different flavors.
I don't know, but this is good. I feel like a majority of this. So, Charles, TryTreats.com, and then go check out Beer Pop's video where he did one of these.
They're all flavored, different flavors.
I feel like I've seen those candies. He has a code for, I think, 10% off your first box. There's a small box and a big box. 14 and 24, I think. I got the bigger box because there's more stuff in it, and I think it would make it better.
Yeah, which one do you want? There's
Why don't we do those at the end? Because I feel like they're going to be hard candies.
Okay. Barbecue flavor.
Oh!
Are these like Takis?
Wait, show them. Yeah, show them.
This bag is really cool. This is the Lay's bag.
That's a bag of Taiwan Lay's potato chips. I'm going to save that bag just because that's cool. Don't puke in the bag.
That does not smell like barbecue sauce.
Oh.
Here, smell.
I feel like that might be a little spicier. I'm not a fan of barbecue chips. She is, so.
If it's hot, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna tell you now. If it's hot, I'm gonna die.
I love how you try everything with your teeth. Oh, it's a little hot probably, right? Oh, yeah, probably because there's flames on the bag.
Oh my god! Oh my god, my throat is on fire! Oh my god. Oh, I inhaled it! No, my throat! Oh my god!
Don't drop the box! She's dropping the box!
I'm sweating. It's hot. You don't think it's hot? You eat hot stuff. I don't eat hot stuff.
I don't eat very hot stuff. I'll tell you on a sweat level in about 2 minutes. Okay, so.
Oh, it's like in my throat because I swallowed some of it.
Nope. Nope, the more you eat. I don't know if you can see the flames on the bag. Oh, yeah, I need a drink.
Are you sweating? You're getting there.
It's a 2 on the sweat factor. They're good, but they're hot, and I'm not a big fan of hot food. Oh, I'm gonna like these. So,
I hate seaweed.
Oh, so the spicy Mela barbecue by Lay's. Oh, it's giving me a headache. It's so spicy. Spicy Melee barbecue by Lay's are spicy barbecue flavored chips and a unique flavor from Lay's. Melee barbecue sticks are often grilled in Taiwan as a street food, and these chips bring these unique flavors to you in a bag. I've had this stuff before. So, if anybody's ever eaten sushi, It's usually wrapped in.
I don't like sushi.
This. Now this is just going to be salty, but it might have a strong ocean flavor to it. It's going to be very salty. That's what the shock is the salt. It's like hardcore salt water.
No. It
No?
tastes like grass.
Really?
That's not good. That's not salty.
That's not as salty as it normally is. You get a little bit of like the ocean. Oh.
Stop.
Oh! Oh! Don't inhale.
That's what he gets, guys. He does that all the time.
So I showed you the video. When I was a kid, I saw a video and it was a professional taster, and I think it was for like Haagen-Dazs. And he would eat ice cream all day, and he would be like,
it drives me insane.
you gotta like suck the air in and taste it. And I've been doing it ever since I seen that video because I'm like, oh, that's how professionals like tasters taste things. I did it once with her, and she's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, I'm tasting it. And she's like, you drive me insane. Don't inhale. This isn't bad. I like this. I'm not gonna put that one back in. I like seaweed. I eat sushi.
I don't. Guys, I don't.
So let me read it. Woo.
Oh, we have more of those crackers we already tried. They literally threw a bunch of in here.
Seaweed Laver by Honeybee is a delicious snack made from roasted seaweed, seasoned and roasted to perfection. Crunchy in texture and savory in taste, roasted seaweed is a favorite in Asia. What is that?
Looks like bubblegum.
That is bubblegum. Is that in here?
I don't know, but it's in here. Here, try some.
Oh, it's a fruit chew. It's not bubblegum. So this is High Chew Grape by Morinaga. High Chew Grape by Morinaga. Sour, soft, and delicious fruit chews. These delicious things are what Starbursts desperately wish they could be. It is mild and delicate, but very satisfying with no aftertaste. So these are supposed to make Starburst jealous.
That's actually really good.
It's white with like a purple center.
The only thing I like out of the box so far.
That outside is very... Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, wow.
That grape is like, pow!
Yeah.
These are good.
I might try to send some of you guys one of those in a box.
They're good.
Mm-hmm. Now, that I like.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I would order off of Amazon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look how many of these? There's like 5 of these. Still. Let me cleanse my palate with some Diet Root beer. All right. What we got? Oh, this looks like a firecracker. What the hell? Did you open it already?
No, there's 2.
Why do they look like? It looks like somebody opened it already.
Mm-mm.
Is that what they look like?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, if you got something that looked like that, would you eat that? Would you think somebody like this? Look at it. It looks like a little firecracker. What is this? Haw flakes. Yeah, and it's supposed to be good for you. I'll read it afterwards.
What the hell is this?
Oh, you know what these? Oh God.
What the?
I don't know if you can see it. It looks like dried bologna.
They don't have a smell.
No. That's the weirdest damn thing I ever put in my mouth. I've had a lot of weird things in my mouth.
What is it?
So, Haw Flakes by Sanka. Haw Flakes by Sanka are traditional sweets made from the fruit of hawthorn. Who's hawthorn? And where's this fruit? Satisfyingly thin and chewy with a light, sweet taste, Hawthorne, God, the freaking New York accent. Hawthorne has antioxidants with numerous positive health effects, including for the heart. Well, baby, no heart attack tonight. I'm eating my dried bologna Hawthorne.
Crazy things tonight.
Whew.
You did not catch what I said.
Okay. Chewy Spark Fetched. Powdery. You know what these are like? You ever have those like NECA wafers? It's like a NECA wafer married a soda cap.
Okay, now this.
Well, those are mochis, right?
Green tea mochi. And, I don't know what these are. So we have 3 of these ones and only 1 of these ones, so.
The other ones are mixed fruit candies. They come in assorted flavors. These candies are in a hard shell, which gives them a hard texture. The green tea mochis, it should be soft with like a creamy thing in the middle.
Yeah, it's soft, but it stinks.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm not a big fan of the green tea stuff. Duncan did like a green tea mochi mocha
Okay,
thing.
I'll take a big bite now, Danny.
Hey, Kenneth. It fell right out of her mouth. Oh, the texture is really freaking weird. It's very squishy.
Oh, that is nasty. Oh, that is gross. That is so gross. So gross. So gross. See, guys, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. It's the texture.
No, it's a freaking taste.
Guys, the texture is so weird. And it tastes so gross.
Oh, I might have drilled on my chin. Freaking just to get rid of that taste. Oh.
That was gross.
I wouldn't even give that one to the cat. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh. Oh, no. See, any of the I like tea. I like green tea. I don't like green tea stuff.
Now we have to try one of these. I do not know what flavor it is.
Oh, it's like purpley brown. How do you burp right before you puke? That's how you know she's gonna puke. Here, you're rubbing up my nose. I'm sure that doesn't make it taste better.
Your boogers might taste better than anything in this box.
Oh god, I gotta sit back. Hold on. Oh!
Okay, guys, look, it looks exactly like the other one. I don't know what it is, though. What flavor? It doesn't say. Does it say?
Mochi. Mochi by HP are individually wrapped pieces of mochi, the non-frozen kind. Mochis are originally a type of Japanese rice cake, but their popularity has seen them spreading across Asia as snacks. Who is snacking on them? Is it better than the green tea one? You know, these things are like ninjas. They like literally, like they get into your mouth and you chew it and you're like all happy, like, oh, this isn't this bad. And then they're in your mouth for like 10 seconds and then they're like, holy crap, that's horrible.
I'm dying. Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Oh my lord.
Hey, guess what? If you buy a mystery box, we have some extra.
I'll send you guys some. We'll share the love.
Okay, now for the hard candies, which they gave us like 6,000 different flavors.
Is this the last one in the box?
Yeah, last thing in the box. Which one are you eating?
What is this? What is that? This is...
There's apple. Oh, shoot. I'm going to try a pineapple one.
What fruit is this?
I'm going to try a pineapple one. Pineapple can't be that bad, right, guys?
How do you know it's pineapple?
There's a pineapple on the package.
Well, that's orange. That's
Look.
blueberry.
The pineapple.
This is apple.
Here, you want pineapple?
Oh, you're doing pineapple. We could spit them in each other's mouth to try both of them.
Okay, that is delicious.
Is it really?
That is the most delicious candy I've ever put in my mouth.
I've got an orange one. It's a little hard orange ball.
That is so good. I'll eat these. The flavor is so good.
Yeah, that's a good hard candy.
Those are good. Those are good.
All right, I dig them. I'm okay with them.
So 2 things I didn't gag on. Oh my god, shut up. You're laughing.
That's what she said. Ow! Okay. So, that's everything.
We have some of these if someone wants to try them. We have a crap ton of these if someone wants to try them. We have some hard candies. We have the nasty things that Rob couldn't even keep in his mouth.
Okay, yeah, I mean, look, overall, this box was much more exciting than the Mexico box. No hate on Mexico. It's stuff that you can buy at Walmart. I feel like this is a little bit more hard to find. Linda, not a problem. Have a great night. Thank you for stopping in. Having some snacks with Hoosier. Oh my god, I'm still off on these Mochis. So, I mean, these things are actually really good. I like these. I might try to find these. I like these. These were sweet. These are very, like, styrofoamy and bland. There's really no flavor to them. And thank God we have, like, 50 of them. The packing peanut Rice Krispie treat, it's too fluffy. And the consistency, the texture is very weird. If you're someone who's, like, very texturally challenged, this is going to be a hard one for you. Because it looks like it's going to be crispy, but when you put it in your mouth, it's actually soft like a sponge.
Yeah, it tastes like a sponge, too.
Yeah.
Or what I would imagine a sponge to taste like.
These little Hawthorne wafers, they're not chewy. They're more powdery. They literally look like little pieces of dried bologna, right?
Yeah.
Like, they look like dried meat, but they're fruit. I don't know what Hawthorne... I can't say that damn word. Hawthorne is. So I'll have to look that up. They're not bad. They're just not... I can't see, like, having a roll of them in my pocket like Lifesavers.
Disgusting.
This isn't bad. If you like seaweed, this isn't bad. This I could definitely do something with. This would be good if you have a little bit of soy and wasabi and you dip it in there. That would make this... I have soy. I don't know if I have wasabi. That would make that delicious. I want to put that in a bag so I don't ruin that. This high chew gum or candy.
This is good.
Fantastic.
I would find these online.
And I bet other flavors it comes in are probably just as good.
Yeah.
And the chips, I don't think they're bad. I don't think we like spicy.
We don't like spicy.
And I don't like barbecue flavored stuff.
I love barbecue flavored stuff. I don't like hot stuff.
See, give me an actual barbecue or good barbecue sauce. You give me a barbecue chip, it just tastes like salted whatever. It doesn't taste like barbecue. So they're good. They're hot. And they're a weird barbecue flavor, but they're not bad. And then these little fruit candies.
They're good.
Are quite delightful. At least the orange and the pineapple.
Mm-hmm. But then we have a lemon.
Was that lemon?
Blueberry, yeah.
Apple. Blueberry.
Pineapple. Apple. We have apple, green apple, and red apple. And then orange. Yeah. They're good, though. Oh, I almost choked on it.
Ow. So, yeah, I definitely like this box much better. This is what I expected from a box. Something that was different, weird stuff. I appreciate you so much for putting everything in your mouth. Because that was really awesome because I didn't think you would. So the fact that you nibbled the shrimp or the squid, just you putting it in your mouth on your tongue was amazing.
I wouldn't consider myself picky. I just don't eat weird things.
Right. And I wouldn't expect you to like that. I don't like that. I wouldn't expect you to even try the seaweed one, but I appreciate that you did. Because that's what these videos are about.
A tiny bite. It doesn't taste like anything. It just tastes like grass.
Someone asked you before, did you ever eat grass?
As a kid, I used to eat grass.
Nancy did.
As a kid, I used to eat grass.
She ate grass and I like feet. Welcome to Hoosier Pop.
My brother used to force me to eat grass because I would dig up worms and chase him at them. So then he would make me eat grass.
Something beeping?
It was our fancy washer and dryer.
No. Okay. Our washer and dryer sings to us when we're done. It's like, toodaloo, toodaloo, your undies are clean. Oh my god. So guys, that was kind of fun. I like that box much better. I will keep the subscription for another month. And we'll see if we get a better box. Some of these
things were gross though, guys.
We'll see if we get a better box next month. Well, while we're here, let's chat for a little bit. So I was telling Charles a little bit earlier. I'm like, I apologize. I wasn't able to jump in your lives for as long as I'd like to. But we've had some circumstance situation changes here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a little difficult to, I don't know. I want to say, I guess, adjust to, but that's not true.
That's not true at all.
No. I don't know. Some of you guys might know that my when I moved up here, my 16-year-old son wanted to move with us, so he did.
With him.
With me.
Up here.
Now, I was married, and it was a bad marriage. It went awry, and my ex did some very terrible things to me at the end of it, and then the couple of years following, which ended up putting a big wedge between me and my three boys. And over the years, it was a very off again, on again type thing where they wanted to hang out, they didn't want to hang out, they wanted to hang out, they didn't want to hang out. And then, because they were constantly put in the middle of the disagreements between their two parents, if that makes sense. So then they got to a point about 2 years ago where it was very much F dad. And they were very upset with me and very angry.
All three of them.
Yeah. So I didn't hear from them much for a year. I would try to contact them and stuff, and there was no responses. Then my oldest son turned 18 and suddenly found himself thrown out of his house. And he had to pick himself up and get together. And then my middle son had some anger. He stuck around. And then my youngest son jetted out of his mother's house and started couch surfing for a while. And then, middle kid fun. Definitely gets it rough. So then my youngest son started couch surfing back in PA just as I was getting ready to come here, and then moved up this way. Well, came out to visit before I moved. And he contacted Paige and was messaging her. Excuse me, I'm choking. Was messaging her and telling her all about life for the last 10 years and this and that about me and this and that and stuff. Hey, Funko Brothers, what's going on, guys? And then you just missed us doing the treat box, by the way. Now we're just kind of hanging out and chatting and just talking about life a little bit on this Saturday night. So he started messaging her and giving her the sob story and, mom, help me, mom this, mom that, I need you, mom. Right away latched on to her as the mom figure. Howdy, Adam, how you doing? And we talked about it and said, okay, come live with us. That's fine. I'm more than happy to have you. We warned
him it's going to be tight for a few months because we were in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Right, because she had an apartment for her and her kids, and then I showed up, and then I never left, and then he came out. So while we decided to look for a house, which was always the plan, it was a couple of months of 5 people crammed into a 2-bedroom apartment. It was a little rough, but it was what it was. And then we moved, and then originally my oldest son was going to move out here too. Hey, Kenneth. My oldest son was going to move out here, so my oldest son, his friend, and my youngest son were all going to come live with us. And we were searching for houses with giant basements so we can have all 3 of the boys downstairs, the 2 little boys upstairs with us.
So that they had their own apartment.
Right. We did everything we could. Then my oldest started getting his life going back in Scranton and decided he wanted to stay, which was fine, respectable,
Yeah,
and he's done
his life.
Great job getting himself set up. He's 19 now. He's got his own place that he's renting with friends. He's working, a better job now. He's got himself a car. Couldn't be more proud.
He's doing awesome.
My youngest son kind of, I think, got disheartened when he found out his brother wasn't coming up here. I think he came here because he thought his brother was coming here. Then he started acting out. Then he started doing some things. And I know this is all very personal, but, you guys are here, and this is what it is, right? This is what makes our channel our channel. It's not just about Pops all the time. Sometimes it's about life. So he started acting out, ran away back in December, came back.
Right before Christmas.
Right
He
before
ran
Christmas.
he ran away right before Christmas. And we found out from his
Always,
girlfriend
dude. Always, Charles, thank you.
at the time that he had hitchhiked and tried to get back to Pennsylvania and made it halfway and then got scared and turned back. So there's that. And we don't even know like what else happened when he ran away. We did report it to the cops. We made like huge report, everything, but he came back right before Christmas and kind of like wanted us to act like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Like he just wanted you to forget that he ran away for 2 weeks.
Right.
Like,
and we kind of did. We kind of let it go. We
more so because it was like around Christmas, my
Right.
birthday. I got in a car accident, hurt my shoulder. Like there was a bunch of stuff that happened in December.
Right. So we held it in our hearts, but he's 16 and he's going to make his things. And he had a rough 10 years before that. And then he was okay for like a week or two. And then he started like falling back into his ways. And then I think he ran away the second time or was getting ready to run away a second time. And then, excuse me, getting choked up. Like he's experienced a lot of stuff from the 10 years. So like there's some PTSD there and I know there's some depression and anxiety and I know there's some bipolar, which ran in his mother's side of the family. So I then had him submitted into a hospital for a couple of days to like get some treatment and talk to some therapists, see if he can like open up. Because he won't open up to anybody. And he came out a couple of days later and really not much of a change. Like he kind of puts on a good front that he was going to change, but not much of a change. And then he started acting out worse and worse and becoming very much, I don't even know what the word is, combative over everything.
Mm-hmm. And he was just like
very disconnected, very mean, very disrespectful, flipping her off when she drives by and, ignoring the little boys who look up to him a lot.
Like the 5-year-old started dressing like him.
Yeah.
Like he asked us to buy him tall socks because he wanted to wear tall socks and shorts like Quentin, like all this stuff. So the 5-year-old looks up to him. The baby literally like pulls at his pant legs and like wants his attention like every time he's around. So like both the little boys look up to him a lot.
Right. So it's tough because, then he's like me and my ex 10 years couldn't have a conversation. Just everything that went down. And now that we don't have little boys and all three of them are pretty much grown up and doing their thing, we've tried to start to mend things and work together to help them. And he was still working to pit us.
You don't need to eat that nasty thing.
He was still working to pit us against each other. And then he was getting very disrespectful and very, bringing a very dark cloud every time he was around us and saying really nasty things to us and about us to each other. And, we found that he was smoking in the house around the boys. And I have videos that people sent me or that we found on his phone of him like passed out at the skate park on some kind of drugs or hanging out in a friend's basement, drinking shots and smoking cigarettes and looking like a thug and just doing things that he should not be doing and wasn't raised to do. Me and his mom weren't on the best of terms, but she never raised him to be like that. I mean, both of his older brothers are graduate students and honor roll students.
They're going in the right direction.
Yeah.
They're doing good.
So we kept trying. And then about 2 weeks ago, it just really was coming to a culmination. And I told him, I'm like, man, like, everybody has started over. And last year when you came here, I told you this is your chance to start over. Reinvent yourself.
Well,
and let's work together. Right. Let's work together to move forward and work on the traumas and stuff that have been there. Let's get the help that you need, that we need, that we can work on. And he wanted nothing to do with that. He didn't want it because he didn't have any issues and didn't have any problems. And then there was a big blowout one morning, and I was ready to let him know, like, I just, I can't, because what you're doing is affecting our relationship. It's affecting the little boys. It's affecting the relationship between her and the little boys. It's affecting the relationship of what could happen with the little boys between her and her ex, which there's a terrible situation with him. Oh, that's a whole other video.
Yeah.
Because of the stuff that he was bringing into the house and stuff like that, and the dangerous stuff that he was doing. And constantly getting texts from people that were threatening to come to the house to beat him up or get his stuff or whatever. Like, don't bring that into our home, son. Like, don't do that. That's,
like, it's kind of made it to the point where I don't want to stay in this house. Like, I love this house and I love everything that
we just moved
built
here in October.
Like, but I don't want to stay in this house because I don't know who's going to come here looking for him. And I don't want someone to try to shoot up our house or God only knows what else with the little boys here. Like, it's getting to that point.
He has so many positive people in his life and he doesn't talk about them and he doesn't post about them on social media. But then he meets a guy who, and this, no hate on this, but like it was one of the local homeless guys who obviously has mental issues, walking around mostly naked other than like some like raggedy pants on, calling himself King David, saying he's the real like Messiah and this and that. And here my son is wrapped around him, arm on him, like posting pictures, telling us how cool this guy is.
Yeah, well, first he came home and was like, oh my God, this homeless guy, he was so weird, blah, 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 and like all this stuff. And then goes in his room, comes back out, and it's like, oh my God, that homeless guy, like he's so cool. And then we see him posting pictures where he took pictures with this homeless guy that lives under a bridge. Yeah. Like, that could have probably killed him if he wanted to. Like, what are you doing?
So it's tough. It's been really, really tough. And it's been draining on everybody. And we've tried to get him the help and we've talked to him and we've worked with him. And her family has taken him in as a blood relative almost and do what they can do with him. And he just would not correct. So the other day I told him, I'm like, son, I love you. I will love you always. But you need to find a place to stay now because it is not working out here. And I hate to say that. I'm like, but it's just not, because what you're going to end up doing is you're going to end up putting such a wedge between us that we can't fix it. And we're going to end up, I'm going to end up losing everything. And then I'm going to be with you and then you're going to run off and do your thing. Because I think that was his intentions, was to like, and I feel him. Like, I feel it. Like, it's not easy, I would imagine, to be 16 years old, being separated from your dad for so long, not by any choice of either party involved. And then coming into that person's life and then seeing that person with two little boys, like, and raising them and loving them and doing stuff with them. And it's the stuff that he lost out on or feels he lost out on. So I understand how hard it is. And I had that conversation with him and said we could do what we need to do. And he just didn't want to be a part of this family. And it's tough. So I asked him to find a place to stay for a little bit and talk to one of his friends. It's the summertime, school's out, right? Paige was out on her own at 16 due to circumstances. She ended up having to leave her parents' house and, made a life for herself and did things the right way. And he knows that. So I was hoping he would take that as an example and step forward. And I told him, I'm like, okay, so tonight, because he left the house around 1, I said, tonight, call me at like 7 or as soon as you get connected to Wi-Fi.
Because we turned his phone off. So.
Well, I had to turn his phone off. He wasn't paying for it anymore. Like, I was trying to like show him that there are consequences to his actions. And one was paying for his phone and he refused to work again. So for 6 months, I was paying the bill for him, which was never supposed to be the plan. And I don't mind paying it for him, but I need to teach him some consequences. So I turned the phone off. Like, okay, if you're going to because he flat out refused the one day, said, I'm not going to get a job. I'm not going to work. I don't want to. Well, you need to live life, right? Like, I'm trying to groom this young man to be a decent human being and be able to make it through his own. Because we found messages on his phone about when he turns 18, he's going to pack up his car in the middle of the night and leave to go to live with some girl here and there and all this kind of stuff, right?
I found messages on his phone because we went through his phone after he was in the hospital and everything. We were like, you do not change your password on your phone. If you do, you don't get it back.
Right.
And so he knew we were going through it. We were open and honest.
And he left messages there, and I know he left for us to see. It's to hurt us and whatever, but
yeah. But there was three of the exact same messages to 3 different girls that live in 3 different states, telling them like, "Oh yeah, the night that I turn 18, I'm gonna pack up my stuff and leave in the middle of the night. You don't have to worry about that, baby. I'll be living with you." Like all this stuff, and I'm like, you don't have to leave in the middle of the night. Leave at midnight. The day that you turn 18, leave at midnight. Like, you do not have to leave and sneak out in the middle of the night.
Yeah, when you're 18, you can do what you want, dude. You're an adult. So the thing is, like, I for 10 years, like, begged and prayed and waited and hoped that, you know, my boys would be back with me. And, you know, my oldest son is doing amazing. My middle son still has some anger issues, but I think he'll work through those. But my youngest is just not. I just don't know. I just don't know what to do anymore. So I asked him to stay at a friend's house. I said, call me tonight. Let me know what's going on, whatever. And no, he didn't. He decided he wasn't going to call.
No.
Because this is what he does. He doesn't anything. And it's heartbreaking, and it is so hard.
He's been gone since Wednesday, and we haven't heard anything.
No, but now I know, like, I can track him on Snapchat, so I know he went to work today. He works at the McDonald's 5 minutes from the house, and I'm not going to, like, push the issue and go chase him down and everything. He needs to go through this.
He just got this job, too.
But it's difficult. When I went through the divorce, you know, I wasn't able to go back into my house until my ex moved everything out. She had made sure of that through some cheesy little lawsuit things and stuff that she pulled. But whatever. Water under the bridge 10 years ago. And I'll never forget the day walking back into the house, and I was okay walking through the house. I was kind of like, okay, this happened. You know, we'll figure this out. We'll move forward, whatever. But then I walked into my kids' room, and it was empty. And, you know, when we moved in the house, the room was empty. And then over the years, the 9 years that we were together there, you know, we built it from a nothing empty room. I remodeled that room, and then the second room, which was the other nursery, painted things on the walls, put it out. And then I walked in, and it was empty. And that was what hit me then. Like, I remember dropping to my knees and crying in the middle of my kids' room, you know, like, it was empty. It was gone. They were gone. It hit me. It was real. And then 10 years later, it's back. And now today again, it was empty, you know? So it's tough. It's tough. So we've been going through some things. But trying to, and everybody is. And that's one of the things that I thank God, and I pray for this group that I'm in with Charles and Charlie and Danny and Jeremy and, you know, Sassy and Cisco and Nancy and everybody else in the chats that we have, and then the Four Horsemen chats and other individual chats with some of you guys, because you guys keep me sane, and you guys give me someone to, like, talk to about things other than what's happening in the life that we have to deal with every day. Like, you guys let me talk about this stuff and give me like my escape world to go to and talk to, and that's super important, and I couldn't be more thankful for it. So yeah, you know, so that's what's going on. So it's a little tough. And I don't know where this road will lead. And, you know, his mother is on board with this, and his brother understands it, and, like, it's hard, but I feel like it makes me feel like a failure as a father and as a parent. It really does. And, you know, the last 10 years was circumstances that I can't control, and I did my fighting, and it was an uphill battle, and nothing got changed. And then the boys got older, and they had a life, and it was unfair to them to pull them out of that life to put it into another life for my own satisfaction. So I kind of just let it roll and tried to be, you know, as involved as I could. And that was difficult. Yeah, dude, we do. And that's what this has been. And I know Jeremy, if he was here tonight, would agree. Yeah, it's tough. It's definitely tough. But that's what's been going on. So, you know, I haven't gotten as many videos up this past week as I would have liked to, because my brain has just been centered around other things. And but good steps forward. As far as the house goes, there's a different feeling in the house now. It's lighter. It's fun again. It's not like walking on eggshells. And I don't know, like, what else?
You don't have to be afraid to say anything.
Yeah.
Before, it was like you had to be careful what you said, because if someone heard you say something, it would start an argument.
He had me and her pitted against each other on things, and sometimes we would get into these, like, ridiculously stupid arguments, even though we both wanted the same thing in the end. We were coming at it from different angles, you know? Like, I was coming at it from an angle of, like, feeling guilty and trying to make up for 10 years that I couldn't be there for the circumstances that were there and trying to like be much more soft on things and let a lot of things slide. And she was the rock that was saying, you can't do that. He's walking all over you. He's going to let, get away with anything that he wants to do. He's manipulating you. He's using you. And as much as I knew that, guilt just weighed heavily. And then when she told me like how much it was really affecting her and hurting her, that's when I realized like, I can't let him do that, because he's had a year and an opportunity to change, and she's done so much for him and given him so much and took him on like her own son. And, we found his journal where he said he doesn't want a mom. He doesn't want a mom. He doesn't want to call her mom. He doesn't want anything that she does for him. Like all the stuff that she bought from, she found in the closet, still with the labels on it and the tags just packed away. Like he wanted his freedom at all costs. So I gave it to him. And we'll see how that works out for him. Never think that you are a failure. We all have ups and downs. It's tough, man. It's tough because, like, I was the only parent that was there for them for 10 years. My ex wasn't around. She didn't want to. She worked, and then she came home, and then she dealt with depression, bipolar, and borderline personality. And I learned to see her waves where I knew she was coming down, and I knew she was going to crash, and I knew we'd have a couple of days where it was really bad. I would keep the boys in the room. I would take them out, let her get through it. And then she'd come up, and then we'd have a couple of days or a couple of weeks where things were good again. And then I'd notice the signs where she was crashing. And you rode the wave of all that. And then when she decided she wanted to get better and be a part of the boys' lives, she decided she wanted to do that without me there. And I don't know. I always said it was because the boys were so attached to me that she felt she wouldn't be able to get that same attachment if I was there. So she had to cut me out of the picture. And just recently she apologized for that and said thought she was doing the best. It's whatever. It's water under the bridge, right? It's 10 years. But it's made me feel guilty those 10 years. And now that he's here, like, I wanted to make up for that. And it's hard. It's hard to make up for something that you didn't do. And you kind of like give yourself away on that. So I wanted to save him and I just can't. But seeing the stuff that we've found and his own words and thoughts, he didn't want to be saved. And no matter what we did, we couldn't force that on him. So now he has an opportunity during the summer to figure it out and hopefully figure his life out. And, I told him before he left that day, if you need anything, you let me know, call me, whatever, but he's not going to because he doesn't need anybody.
No, he didn't even take, you told him to take some clothes and stuff.
I said, take clothes. I put money in his checking account. Here it is,
He took his book bag that he takes everywhere.
So I can move over.
That has, like, his phone charger and that type of stuff in it, and then that's it. That's all he took.
And then when I found out that I need surgery on this hip, right? Like, and she gets mad at me for this too. I know. But like, I kept saying to her, I'm like, see, now there's proof that that I'm in pain. And there's proof when I say I can't help with something or it's hard for me to do something. I'm not lying. I'm not making it up because I always felt guilty. So like having this x-ray showing that this leg is really off and it hurts a lot. And I just felt bad, like not being able to help as much as I wanted to. So like I would ask my son to help us, and help her. And he just wouldn't. I'm getting emotional. You hear this? I'm glad we ate seaweed before we talked about this kind of stuff. But yeah, like I felt bad because it was all falling on her shoulders. When we were moving into this house in the apartment, I got super sick. I don't know if it was COVID, not COVID, whatever. But I was knocked out for 2 months. I couldn't really do anything. Mm-hmm. And now live on your channel. Well, thank you, YouTube, for letting me know. I couldn't do anything for like 2 months. So her, my son, her mom, they moved everything in the house, and I felt horrible. I'm the man, right? I'm supposed to be the man in the house. I didn't come here.
I had to literally, I had to drive a U-Haul that I've never drove before. Literally the biggest U-Haul that we could get to move all of the stuff from the apartment to the house. And I did it in 2 days with very little help from Q, because he didn't want to help. He's 16. He doesn't want to help move. And my mom helped me as much as she could, but she can't really lift really heavy stuff. So she helped as much as she could. And then whenever we got everything here, the first thing that I did was set up the bed, and you laid in bed the entire time because you couldn't help.
I couldn't breathe. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't stand. Like, it was bad. Like, I was, and I told you, I was super scared. Like, I was praying, like I'm not ready. Like, I finally got amazing stuff in my life. My kid's back. I got this amazing woman. I've got these 2 wonderful little kids. And I felt like I was dying. I really, really didn't think I was making it through those couple of months. And that wasn't being melodramatic or overdramatic. Like, it was bad. Like, I couldn't walk through the house without being completely out of breath. And, like, I was knocked out. So I couldn't do anything. And then when I got, like, the actual diagnosis on this leg, I said to my son, like, I'm going to need your help more. Like, look, there is really something wrong with me. There is a cause for my pain, and he didn't care. He didn't care.
The only thing he said about it was, "Oh, well, I can just do school from home." And I'm like, negative.
Yeah.
Negative. Not happening. Like, I can work from home. I'm able to work from home, especially if something's serious like that.
Yeah, that wasn't to help me. That was to
avoid school.
So he can get out of going to school. I just looked at his attendance record for last year. There were 73 days of either excused or unexcused absences.
And tardies.
73. Nancy, if you're still in here, you know that's a ridiculous number. 73 days of tardy, unexcused, and excused absences. And the excused ones, I'm sure, probably him calling some of them in, or because he's already told me he forged my name to certain things. So I just don't know.
And he failed 2 or 3 classes, had 2 D's and 1 C minus. So that's his grades. That's where he's had.
My son's he's a charmer. He has a personality that he can charm your pants right off of you.
And there's 220 in his class. For graduation, he's 216.
216. Now, he's not a dumb kid. He's always been a very smart kid.
He's not dumb.
He just didn't care. He's asked us several times to sign him out of school because he doesn't need it.
Yeah, he wants to drop out.
Yeah, I don't know. So it's been tough. It's been tough for the last couple of weeks. So I've had a lot of things going on. I've slipped on some things. Like, I've been slow at doing things. I felt bad. I bought some stuff off Sassy, and it took me forever to get that. Like, I just kept losing. Danny, I owe Danny for a pop. There's been so much going on. It's like, it's not in the forefront of my head, So I apologize to you guys for being behind and off on things like that. It definitely was not on purpose. That is the one thing I do know, and the one thing I am sure of. I'm getting really emotional. I think it's the seaweed. The seaweed made me cry. But yeah, so that's where it's been, and that's where things are off. But today we packed up his stuff in his room, and we put everything in the attic, and we separated the little boys because they were sharing a room, and now they're in their own room.
And the rooms are very empty.
Man, she did an amazing job putting these rooms. These 2 little boys are going to come home and just be blown away. And they deserve that, and they're going to appreciate that. Because my son certainly didn't. So it's hard. I don't know how this plays out after this. I don't know how things play out with him after this. Bro, I'm already tear. That's why I'm sitting back from the camera. If I was up here, man, you see both eyes are red now. Like, dude, I'm yeah.
And he's not a crier.
We are.
He
brothers.
doesn't cry.
She said that the other day. I saw you crying. Like, you don't normally cry. I'm like, yeah, it takes a lot.
He doesn't cry, and when I cry, he looks at me like, "Why are you crying?"
Well, I mean, I've learned not to. I've learned not to cry because when you're boys, you're taught that you're not allowed to cry.
No, boys are allowed to cry. I'll let Dexter and Isaac cry all they want.
Yeah.
Cry all the tears you want.
Different times, though. Not when guys like me and Danny and Charles was growing up.
You guys can all cry. I'll give you all hugs.
And
you can all cry on my shoulder.
Then when I was with my ex, and in that marriage, if I was crying, I got yelled at for crying. A lot of abuse on that one. I couldn't show emotion. I couldn't show emotion with that. Like I had to keep that in.
That's so insane to me, Danny. And then I want my boys to grow up and know that they can be open about their feelings. Right. And literally, if anyone tries to shut down my boys' emotions, I will literally blow up. It will not be good.
And then I spent 10 years basically living alone, so I probably would have been the best time to cry it out, right? Because no one was seen. But then it's you have no one to cry to, so you can't even get your emotions out. And I was very closed off with people. I would go out and put on the Rob O show. So let me explain something. So this guy is Robert, this guy is Rob. But when I would go out and this was on, I was Rob O, man. I was the life of the party. Give me the karaoke microphone. Give me the microphone for stand-up comedy. Hey guys, Rob O's here. And then I'd take this off and I would go right back home. And it was just somber and solemn. Then I put this on, man. I'd be like, I'm all over the place, dude. Everybody, I got my friends and everything. And then I'd be back in my car and it was just... It's just a different thing, right? So
it's a different time too, though.
It is.
I feel like nowadays you're expected to be able to show your emotions.
So you guys get it. It's a different time. It's yeah. So I don't know. So it's hard, man. It's been hard, and you pray for 10 years to get something, then you get it, and then it hurts, and it's not. I just hope nobody ever has to go through that. I remember so that's funny. I remember in college giving my dad a hug and telling me it made him uncomfortable. So I got a story. I can match that. My mother was 16 when she got pregnant.
She didn't like hugs.
17 right? She was 16 when she had me, 17 when she had me. Now this was back in 75, right? So I don't know much about my mother's child. I don't know much about my mother, honestly. My grandmother raised me. But I feel like I was an unwanted pregnancy, and then I feel like I derailed my mother's life. It was the 70s. She was in high school. She had to drop out of high school. I remember finding her GED certificate that she finished out of school. She just never was attached to me. I was in my early 30s, and I remember having an argument with my mom. My kids were in the other room. My ex was with me at the time. And I remember saying to my mom, I'm 30, 31 years old, and I don't remember you ever hugging me. You've never hugged me. I'm your son. You're my mom. Even now. So then the next time she came up, we hung out, and they stayed for the day, and then they left, and then my mother gave me a hug. And it was the most uncomfortable, most awkward. And I said to my mom, I said, don't ever, just don't hug me again. Because there was no emotion in it. There was no love in it. It was more of this is what you want, I'll give it to you. And it was just bad. So I understand that 1,000% because that's, getting a hug from my mother was probably one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever experienced.
I grew up in a household where we showed emotion, gave hugs, said I love you. Literally everything. When
I would go out with my friends, that was one of my lines. Well, everybody go to handshake when you met someone. I'd be like, we don't do that. We're family here. We hug. I got into being a hugger. Because
I know you always want hugs.
And it's, some people could say oh, that's really sweet that you hug everybody. And I don't know if it's for them or if it was more for me because I'd been devoid of that kind of emotion and that kind of, physical touch.
You just wanted to touch someone.
Yeah, but not in a dirty way. That I would just pay for. But no. But yeah, I would always, shake. No, man, we hug here. And then we'd all go out and everybody would hug and everything like that. And it was because I grew up devoid of that. So it's weird.
Well, not in my dad's home, but in my mom and my dad's home.
But when
my raising life is a little complicated. when I was growing up. It was complicated. My parents got a divorce when I was 11. My mom, I won't really speak on like how their divorce and stuff happened because I only know parts of what happened. From growing up, my dad said my mom never fought and that she didn't try to fight to get custody of us and like all this stuff, but I don't think that's true. I don't know everything that has to do with their divorce and how that went down or why my dad got full custody. I have no clue. I don't know like what happened. I do know that when my mom left, she got a 1-bedroom, so she didn't have room for us. I know that could be partially why she wasn't able to get custody of us. I'm not sure. We had visitation with her, but my older brother, he got to make the decision on whether or not we went. And we hardly ever went because my brother didn't want to go. He hated my mom. So then when my mom and my dad got a divorce, my dad's best friend, his wife and him took me in. Because my dad he didn't want me in his house because I reminded him too much of my mom, which is okay. I get that. Like, I don't think I look anything like my mom. Maybe, possibly, maybe now with this hair color, I probably do. But he said that I looked too much like my mom, sounded too much like her, acted way too much like her, and he just didn't want me in his house. So I lived with his friends that I call my mom and my dad. I still call them that, like, and I do air quotes every time so that he knows who I'm talking about. My dad is actually the one that came and saved us on my car since it was going bad and told us we were overheating when we really weren't. So they're very close to me. I lived with them from the time I was 11 till I was 15 when my dad tore me out of their house and forced me to live with him. And then a bunch of stuff happened, and at 16 I left in the middle of the day. I was not coming back. I packed up all my stuff in one carload and moved in with my boyfriend at the time. And then from there I moved out into a house that I rented from my grandma with some friends. And then I got pregnant with Dexter. So that's how my life went. I've been on my own, I guess you could say, pretty much since I was like 12. But physically, like out on my own, doing everything by myself, I was Quentin's age. I was 16.
Danny said his parents married at 17 because of him and divorced when he was 4. He chose to live with his dad at 6 and didn't see his mother for 6 years. Yeah. It's
if I would have had a choice, I would have chose my mom. But I didn't have that choice. I didn't get that choice.
She's a wonderful woman.
Here they go based off of what the oldest kid says, and my older brother hated my mom. He still does. He likes to try to manipulate her and get her to give him money and like all this stuff. Like he's not a good person to be around. I actually don't talk to anyone on my dad's side of the family except for occasionally my grandma, because she's a sweetheart. I love her. And my grandpa, he has dementia. And then my aunt and my uncle are actually the ones that helped me get out of my boys' dad's house. So we talked to them, and that's it. Like, I don't talk to anyone else on that side of the family. But my mom, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah, she really is. So
is my grandma on my mom's side.
So anyway, so that's well,
she loves your barbecue chicken, apparently.
She was
and then she was like, "Ann, did you get some?"
I was very proud because I thought her grandmother would hate me, and she loved my barbecue chicken. So
that makes you feel good about yourself.
It made me feel great, like I was all giddy. But
I know the second she left, you were like, "Did you hear her? She liked my chicken." I'm like, what are you talking about?
It's the little wins. This is the side of the community that more people should see, the true side of the community, not the faces put it. I agree. And that's why, like, I liked when I knew that you guys were all about opening up and stuff and talking. Like, I'm sorry, we did a video with treats and then tears. So, but it's late. You know, it's late, so we can all cry together, right? But that's what's been going on. So it's been a little tough. So I've been a little bit off my game with stuff. But tomorrow I'm going to work on my mystery box, 10-box run. I'm going to try to find some of the bigger pops that I have, like higher values, to make sure they're about 20, 30 bucks over. So, you know, some stuff will be good. Proof here is that you can't choose the family you're born to choose you stay with. Yeah, it's, yeah. Well, yeah. I have a picture in my attic, and it was all my friends over the last, like, 5-6 years, and it said, you know, this is my family of friends, and that's where it was, right? Like, I haven't talked to my parents in 10 years because of my ex. She said something to them. They cut me off, and that was it. Cut me off like they had money. Cut me out, more so. Just stop. But that's okay because there was never a good relationship there, so it was better for me. It's tough, man. The two of us, and then my ex included, the three of us all had terrible, like, upbringings and parental structure and emotional attachment to people. It's really hard.
I get really attached to people.
Thank God.
I do. Even like.
Oh, so you don't really like me. You're just attached to me.
No. Even like friends though. Like I get like emotionally attached to like friends. I saw with Whitten, you got very emotionally attached to him right away. I took him on as a kid, and he threw that right back in your face. So I didn't make the decisions that we're at now. He made the decisions. She was worried that I would pick him over her. She's in it for the pops. That's right. Mm-hmm. The pops, the money, and the box. I have a box? That's what everyone says.
That I have a box?
How many of my friends do you think have said you're in it for the money and the box? Quote, box.
Like coffin? Like, oh, he's old. He'll be in the box soon. I'm going to leave you $100 in AMC stocks. Well, I'm out. Gotta wrap it up with a laugh.
Oh man. No, really though, every time someone finds out our age difference, they say you're in it for the money, aren't you? And I'm like, what? No, all of his money goes to Pops. I don't get any of that.
When I die, she can sell these to you guys real cheap. She'll sell you by the wall.
No, I wouldn't sell them.
No. So Monday will be an exciting video because you guys rock, by the way.
Only a number unless they're not of age.
Yeah. Disclaimer.
Just saying.
So we're gonna film a video probably tomorrow, maybe Monday morning.
$1 each, and she can retire.
Oh man, she'll be right back on TikTok.
I will not. I would probably just end up dating someone else that collects Funkos, so that they're already prepared for all the craziness. Why are you looking at me like that?
We'll have a discussion later on that one.
No! Never!
Okay, so Monday will be an exciting video because you guys are incredible. So I don't see Randy in here tonight. He was in here earlier. I don't know if he's still here. Randy, if you're still here.
What, not the dating app? Yes.
Definitely gonna overpay there too. So Randy reached out to us, Mystery Madness Collectibles channel. Go check them out. Reached out last week and said, "Hey, I'd like to send you guys something. So can I have your address? Is that okay?" And I was like, "Absolutely. I'm never gonna turn down gifts or AOKs. It's what makes this community grow, and that kindness spreads out." So he did, and he sent some stuff for Paige and I, and then Danny sent us a box, which looks like the post office beat the crap out of the box. Mm-hmm. So we're all got our fingers crossed
about one thing being damaged.
We got our fingers crossed. So we'll open that tomorrow and video that for Monday.
It looks like they like squished it and then retaped it and then squished it again.
And then I bought some stuff off of Sassy from the claim sale that we had. And like I said, it took me a little bit longer to get paid for and everything. And when I got here, I opened it because there was one thing in there that I bought was a metallic Pennywise, and I never seen it, and I wanted to see it. And when I opened the box, there was some extra stuff in there, and I was like, oh man, she went above and beyond on that. So I said, let's save this, and we'll save it with all the other AOKs. So Monday will be like a AOK gift mail call thing. I know other channels do it, so that's what we'll do. And then hopefully we'll also have our mystery boxes ready to debut. So Kenneth Bird says, I think my age, I think
he was born in 1960.
1960, Kenneth, all right. And I was never had a father figure. Still don't, but my family members only one family members. My sister catch me. Yeah, see, and I think the 60s and 70s, I think, and even the 80s was a difficult time for a lot of families, I think.
I feel like then is also when, like, a lot of women were expected to, like, be home.
Well, no, the 80s, I think, especially, like, the end of the 70s and the 80s is when that actually started to split. Because you had the 50s, like, if you watch TV sitcoms, you'll see it. Like, TV sitcoms are probably the best historical way to see the difference, how like society has changed. Because if you watch TV shows in the 50s, it was the 50s housewife where the dad came down in a suit with a briefcase and went off to work while mom was home with the kids in the kitchen baking. And then as you progress into like the 60s and 70s, you started getting shows where like the leads were women like working, like Mary Tyler Moore and Laverne and Shirley even, and you know they were getting out there. And then in the 80s, you had the full mixed family where everybody was working. Mom was working, dad was working. You had the babysitters involved, and you had stuff. So you got to see like the progression of that. But I think for like the 60s, 70s, and 80s was a time when a lot of parents and families were like, it wasn't a point of like, okay, we're pregnant, we have a child, so we have to get married. It was like, I can do this on my own, I can do this without, or I no longer want to be in this situation with someone because now I can go and be independent, and everybody wasn't on board in that. So I think that was a big time. And now family structure is just way different. Like now single moms are not ostracized the way they were.
Busting it.
Yeah, I mean it's just normal. It's different. Just like stay-at-home dads now. I mean, like when I was a stay-at-home dad, it was a lot harder than it was to do today. I was called Mr. Mom, which was an insult. Mr. Mom was an insult because what it was saying was you're Mr. Mom doing the mom's job. You're doing a woman's job as a man. And it's really not that, that's a very sexist attitude in my opinion. And like, I was being a dad. I was being a full-time dad. Because mom had a better job and worked more hours and didn't want to be home with the kids. So I stepped up and was a full-time dad. So I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, so mystery box coming. Monday's video will be all the gifts and stuff like that. So definitely look out for that video. Monday we can premiere that because everybody's off. So we can have a nice little premiere party with it. And hopefully everybody can be there and chat. And that's really it, guys. It's 12:25 here. Let's see. Danny said, when I got married, I was working fast food, and my coworkers couldn't believe I was getting married without my wife being pregnant. Today, Rosie the Riveter is the single mom. 100%. 100%.
When you came here, he was like, how are you doing this by yourself? And he was here for what? One night before I had to get up in the morning at like 4 o'clock and get both kids up.
She would be up with the little guy at midnight and 2 o'clock, and then be up at 4 o'clock, feed him, get the little guy up, get them out, get them in the car, get them to daycare, go work in this awful, awful, awful warehouse job all day, get the kids, come home,
12-hour
keep it going.
shifts. 12-hour shifts.
Marriage first, then children. I mean, see, and there was always a structural order to that, and today it's not. And it doesn't need to be. At least in my opinion, it doesn't need to be.
Should we have children? That's a serious question.
That's a lot of surgery. Yeah, and that's the thing, and times change.
Who wants to see a Rob and Paige baby?
It would look like a Funko Pop.
You know how many people ask us?
At this point, it would look like a Funko Pop.
So many people ask us.
But Guys,
my butt hurts.
We are at 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 hour and 25 minutes. Ow. So, any final words for anybody? And then we'll get out of here.
Nobody and go answered to bed. My question. Nobody wants to see a Robin Page baby.
Look at this. You want to see this as a baby? I look like a bobblehead Funko.
No one wants to see a Robin Page baby. Everyone on our Facebooks do.
Yeah. Guys, that's all we got tonight. Thank you for hanging out. Taiwan treat box from TryTreats.com. Yeah, I'm a little long in the tooth for a baby. Yeah. That I am.
What?
Old. I'm too old to have a baby.
He's not too old to have a baby. He just physically can't have any. His swimmers don't swim anymore.
By choice. If you see my ex, you'd probably do it to yourself too. Have a great night and God bless everyone. You too, Funko Brothers. Thank you. Yeah, guys, that's it. We'll catch up with you tomorrow and do some lives.
Rob's not too old to have a baby. He has a baby. It's just not his.
Yeah.
He has a baby.
Yeah, it's odd to think about, like, when he's, I'm going to be. When he's, I'm going to be. I just stopped doing that.
When he's 18, how old are you gonna be?
Jesus Christ, I don't even know at this point. 63, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he's 18, I'll be 63.
He'll be graduating. You'll be like, I need my cane.
63 will be the new 43 then, though. So
I'm older than him, and I'm too old to have a
Look,
baby.
before I came up here a year ago, I was out 5 nights a week to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, partying, jamming, jumping around on stage, singing, drinking.
And then he came here, and I had to get up at 4 o'clock, and we went to bed at 8 o'clock.
I came here, she made me old.
I'm an old soul.
Yeah. The more I talk about my ex, the more same woman. Our generation, I think we, in the same kind of background and the same kind of, we gravitate towards that. The truest thing is I found the truest thing when I reevaluated myself. I found that I was dating my mother over and over again. I was always finding someone who was unattached to me, unemotional towards me, no physical, like touch, hug, love, little gentle anything, right? Like, I had to beg for their attention. I had to beg for their affection.
So much so that now when I'm like, sometimes he's like, please stop touching me.
I've become a cat.
Please stop touching me.
I've become a cat. Like, I purr, and then you try to pet me, and I bite you. But then when I want affection, I'm just going to put my tail up in your face.
Yeah, and it's annoying.
So.
It's annoying.
But yeah. Now, again, my ex's problem was some unresolved mental health issues.
But she is on a way better path now. Right.
Not wanting children. She had said it clear she didn't want children. I wanted kids. When I was younger, I wanted 10 kids. Like, I wanted, because of such a crappy childhood and the shows that I watched growing up, just the 10 of us, 8 is enough. Like, I was like, I want 10 kids. I want to be that dad with 10 kids.
I wanted 6.
And now, we had 3, and then I was like, cut it, take it.
I wanted 6.
Yeah. Well, you have 5 now, kind of.
Well, if I would have had the 3 that I miscarried, I would have had 5 kids with your 3. There'd be 8.
4 if my ex didn't do something that I didn't know she was doing for
9.
whatever reason she did.
We'd have 9 kids if she didn't do something that he didn't even know about. Yeah. And if I didn't have 3 miscarriages, we'd have 9 kids. 9. Crazy. I said 9. 9.
So it's where life brings you, right? But here we are. And then these are all of my beautiful children. Hello, children.
Yeah, but I want another baby.
She does. Well, we'll talk about things. We'll figure it out.
Another baby.
We'll figure it out. If it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen.
I want a girl. I want a girl. Okay? I want a girl.
Yeah, 3 boys here, 2 boys with you.
You can legally sell those.
Boys? Oh. You could legally sell boys? Really?
I want a girl.
Yeah.
I want to adopt a baby girl.
Kat, thank you very much for hanging out. Have a great night, and God bless you and your family as well, my friend. Thank you for always being here, always being around, and being one of our regulars. We appreciate it.
Your eyebrows are looking good. Didn't anybody notice I trimmed his eyebrows up for him?
She trims my eyebrows now. So I don't look like two caterpillars trying to mate. I actually have shape now. Guys, we are 6 seconds away from 1.5 hours. So from Hoosier Pop, until next time. Ready? How? Bye. Oh my God, how do I end this?
And stream right there.
Well, now, wait, where?
And stream.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Danny said, strange things happen. I'm 16 years older than my brother after my mother had her. That would be tubes tied. Yeah. Okay,
well, like, sections of mine were taken out. I'd have to get surgery to get them reconnected.
Yeah.
They, like, now, when they... I know we said bye. But now, whenever they do, like, tube tines, tube cuttings, all that stuff, they used to, like, put a snip and, like, kind of kink it. They used to use, like, I don't know if it was plastic or what it was, but they would, like, kink the tube so that nothing could get through it. And those could fall off, and that's how people got pregnant. Or they would tie them, and those could come untied. They don't do that anymore. They literally take sections of the tubes out and burn both ends. So you have to have surgery to get them put back together.
Look, it comes down to it. If we decide to have a child and we decide to try for
everyone can donate to our surgeries because we would both have to get them.
And then we'll have a live video when we're ready to try. Good night, guys.
What the